People who exercise on a constant basis. How do you stay motivated? Spite. I'll show them. I'll show all of them. Haha, I was going to say fear. As in fear of turning into all those 40-year-olds I see that get winded on stairs. I'm 41. I get winded doing anything. But I've got big arms, so it's like a Jedi mind trick. Motivation is a myth. You need a routine. The routine starts before the workout. Set my alarm at the same time every day. Wear the same shoes and clothes. Drink the same drink. Pat the dog. Pick up my keys and towel, then head out the door. It's much easier when you have the routine down pat. Having some goals and finding something that you enjoy most of the time helps as well. Nothing worse than doing things you hate for no reason. Pick something you actually like. Then it's just going out to have fun. My exercise journey started with Pokemon Go. Then I got a Fitbit. Because it gave me goals to reach each day and it felt good to work towards them. Then I started running because then I could reach those goals faster. I had to stop running because it was messing up my already messed up knees, but I wanted something that would give me the same sort of confidence boost. Recently I've started working with a trainer and lifting weights, and so far I feel really good about myself. You don't need motivation to work out regularly, you need discipline. Lots of days I have no motivation to hit the gym, but I have the discipline to go anyway. Exactly. If you rely on motivation, you have already failed. I strongly believe that both motivation and discipline suck as ways to achieve consistency. Because the former is finicky and the latter doesn't last forever. The way I got to train regularly is by finding activities that I genuinely enjoy for their own sake. Believing that exercising was something I had to grit my teeth and drag myself into was precisely what kept me uninterested for so long. 70 here. 70 to 100 miles per week outside on bicycle. There are a couple of things here. Well, 3. 1. It is an exercise. That's what they do in hell. Instead, it's going for a spin. Getting outside. Talking speep with folks. Flirting with grandmothers. 2. Develop the habit. You get to the point that life without it is a drag. 3. Take a break. Flirting with grandmothers. So you're just gonna lead them on like that? Olympic weightlifter here. Forget motivation. There are days where it sucks. Many days. There's only one solution. And only one. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just go to the training session like a robot. The biggest step is getting out of the car in the gym parking lot. Clear sailing after that. Yes, once I step in the door of the gym, it's more embarrassing to leave than it is painful to do my thing. So I just have to drag myself into the building. Working out sucks when you first start working out. It sucks. It's not fun. You could be watching TV or doing something you enjoy. Your body is sore the next day, further lowering your interest in doing it again. It sucks. But you keep at it and one day it doesn't suck, but it's still pretty boring and you'd prefer to be doing other things. You keep at it. And one day you realize you're enjoying yourself. You aren't sore the next day. You actually feel better than you've ever felt before. You keep at it. And then one day you're too busy to get in your workout and you feel bad about it, so you blow off that show you like to get in a run instead. I generally agree with this. But when starting out, it's really important to grade yourself on attendance. Not on performance. Meaning, if you are sore and your body doesn't want to go. If you can still get to the gym or track and do a little something at low intensity. That will be better for establishing your routine than giving in to that voice that says stay on the couch. Agree with others that it's more about routine. That said, I don't want to buy new pants, so I have to work out to maintain my figure because I am middle-aged and I also like pasta. Workouts are a requirement to be a pasta eating. Size 2 wearing middle-aged woman. I'm back and you are one petite gal, completely fair that you balance your pasta love with a bit of movement. You don't. It's routine and habit. It sucks at first, but once you're in the habit of moving your body, it will become second nature. You have to want change more than you want your comfort bubble. I started working out to improve my physique to impress a girl, but she left. Was only left with my gains and was like, this is me now. I just work out 'cause I like it. Now it just comes naturally. I want to look good for you, op. I wish I could award this. Aw, thanks. Honestly, I love running. I'm at the point now where I feel anxious if I haven't run. I guess one of biggest motivations for me is not wanting to fall back out of shape. I've been weightlifting for years. Now if I skip a couple days I start to get the feeling like, why should I even live or get out of bed anymore, haha. This is how I feel about playing bass. Maybe I should dedicate more time to exercise and less to bass, lol. It got easier for me once I admitted a few things to myself. Most notably, 1. It's okay not to exercise every day. It's consistency that's important, not a continual slog. If you're just not feeling it one day, or more importantly, if you injure something, take a break. You'll be more likely to come back the next time if you took the time you need. Just remember that doing nothing for a week is not the type of break I'm talking about. 2. All exercise counts. A coworker of mine started their wildly successful weight loss journey by walking up and down their apartment building's hallway for 20 minutes a day. That is every bit as valid as running a half marathon. If that's the fitness level you're at, don't get discouraged if your method of exercising isn't dramatic. Also, while this is in no way necessary, I like to track what I'm doing. Being able to see your progress, whether it be by a fitness tracker, workout app, or notebook. It can be nice to have a record of where you've been so you can see how far you've come. I have a calendar and I mark down what I do each day. Try to only skip one day or less per week. I'm almost a year in and I've learned that even spending 10 to 15 minutes is better than nothing on days I'm not really feeling it. For sure. A lot of people think that skipping any days means you failed though, and that's not at all the case. It becomes addicting. Most of the time. It's the only part of the day I can control mentally. Precisely this. I've hit the point where not working out for a couple of days gives me a noticeable drop in mood. It's extremely addictive. Fear. Genuinely fear. I fought back from a disability. I cannot go a day without exercise. I stiffen up. I went 2 days straight without exercise in 2020 due to a minor procedure. It took me 3 weeks to get my body moving comfortably again. After starting lifting weights, my anxiety went to zero. I've made it part of my identity. I used to force myself to work out, but this does not work and is not sustainable. It has to become part of you and your lifestyle. I made it less about wanting to lose weight and more about how I feel after a good workout. I always remind myself of that when I'm having feelings of not wanting to work out. You need to learn how to exercise. It can be very enjoyable. You just need to find your niche. Pick something you actually like. Then it's just going out to have fun. This thought helped me a lot when I was learning to play the piano. At first, I was doing scales, chords, etc. But it was so boring. What really helped me was learning to play songs I like to play. That's how I tackle the guitar. I enjoy picking. Do I learn picking? One day I'll get to chords. I think about how mad I am at past me for procrastinating and not working out. Anytime I feel like skipping a day, I remind myself of that. On days when I don't feel like working out, I ask myself, do you want to wear shorts this summer? And then I work out. For some reason, being able to wear shorts in the summer and have nice legs is a real motivator for me. The effects of exercise develop too slowly for motivation to work. You just need to make it a habit. And over time you will get the gains that you're looking for. It's easy to be motivated by things with quick rewards. For example, You might get motivated to clean your kitchen and you get the enjoyment out of it the moment you're done. However, any given exercise session isn't going to feel euphoric, it'll probably just be beat. So you can't use motivation to force you to do it because there is no payoff at the end. Get your heart broken. I haven't been happier in a relationship in my life. It's hard to find that inner fire to really push to the limits when running and working out. Lol. To maintain my level of sexiness. It's hard to, but most days my body seems to just ask for it. My brain may not want to go, but I can tell my body does. I just take walks around my neighborhood. Nothing fancy, but I do too. 5 to 3. 5 miles pretty much every single day or night. Once you start and get into a habit, the lack of motivation fades away. Just don't let yourself skip too many days. I also find it much easier to sleep if I go for a walk at night. It's so much easier if you like what you're doing. When I was younger, my doctor recommended I stop swimming, which I love doing, and do anything else as regular exercise since swimming is not good for losing weight, and he wanted me to drop a few pounds, so I did. And I tried it all. Aerobics, running, walking, biking, circuit training, lifting, kickboxing. All of them had one thing in common: I hated doing it and had to force myself to engage. 15 years ago I finally decided to go back to swimming, and since I never have trouble swimming 3 to 5 hours per week. That's a really weird advice from a doctor. There are many ways to lose weight. But I don't think telling the patient to stop doing the type of sport they like and change for something else is one of those. Swimming is a really good exercise. It burns a lot of calories while not being high impact like running. I'm a runner here. I would love to swim again if I happen to live near a public pool again. I'm glad you decided to disregard the doctor's advice and return to swimming again. There used to be a belief, and I still hear it, that because swimmers spend a lot of time in the water, which is a heat sink, their bodies will fight to retain fat, as an insulation. This doctor even had studies that purported to show that swimmers, on average, lost much less weight than people who participated in types of exercise which caused you to work up a sweat. IDK. And in the end, it was more important to me to exercise on the regular than to lose those pounds.